Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. I don't very often upload daily races, but this is an absolute corker. Great passing, bit of carnage, and the closest finish you'll ever see. Stay tuned. So this is a daily race from a couple of weeks ago, back when the daily races were actually good. As you can see, it's Road Atlanta. It's Gr.4 cars on racing hard tyres, and it's a 5-lap sprint. So no strategy to speak of, but a really good combination. I had some great fun all week on this, some brilliant races. This was probably the best, I would say. So I'm on my alternative account, just leveled it up to A+ at this point. Got quite good pace. I was in the top 400 in the world on the time trial on this track, so not too bad. And the pole sitter Spaniard, which had some great races, were very similar pace-wise. Makes a bit of a mess of the S's on cold tyres, very easy to do. And I take an early lead, but long way to go still. So as you can see, I'm in the F-Type Jag. The 650S McLaren was quite a common choice too. Both very similar pace-wise. The McLaren was maybe a little bit stronger in the slipstream and a bit more grunt off the corners, but over the course of a lap it was very similar. So heading down the main straight for the first time. Obviously good overtaking opportunity with the slipstream. Also the penalty line was located at the top of the main straight as well, so quite a bit of action was seen down here. McLaren all over the back of me. I go a little bit defensive. This is where I found the McLaren was a bit stronger. It got a better run off this corner. It snuck down the inside, so I decided to back off and let it through. It's not a good idea trying to go too wide through that last corner. Somebody ends up on the grass or dying, so. Heading to the second lap, and on the first corner the McLaren behind me bins it into the grass. Incredibly easy to do there. You've got to be so committed on that corner, and if you're behind someone you're unsighted, and it's really easy to make a mistake. So I felt the F-Type was really strong through here, very stable. Chucking it into this left-hander, you have to drift wide, get on power as early as you can, but you have to be very careful. If you put more than 2 wheels over the line, you get a penalty as shown, half-a-second penalty, which I'll be serving down this main straight. But not the end of the world. It's only the second lap. There's plenty more racing still to come, and turns out to be the case. This is an amazing finish to this race. So I got a good exit out of that corner, which I needed to get in the slipstream of the McLaren. Sort of softens the blow of the half-second penalty a little bit, but it wasn't enough to stop third and fourth place getting past, as you see. Now take a look at the Jag in fourth here, the Spaniard that started on pole. He pulls off a pretty amazing move around the outside. It's not easy to do, and in the process slows the Bugatti's exit speed a little bit. I get the overrun, but decide to ease off the throttle and stay behind. Once again, it's just not worth the risk on that last corner. You're just getting up on the grass. So at this point I'm aware the pole sitter in the Jag is pulling away slightly, so I don't want to let him out of my sight, so I've got to get past this Bugatti as quick as I can. So braking early, clip the apex nice there. The Bugatti not quite as strong through there, and I slip round the outside for a nice little move myself. Quite pleased with that one. So up in the lead, the Grit, even though it doesn't show on the replay, got himself a half-second penalty through the S's as well. So I'm really pushing at this point to stay in the slipstream range of the Jag in front, knowing that the half-second penalty line's down this straight. So got a really nice exit out of there. That was critical for my run all the way down this straight. You can just see in the mirror the Bugatti got a good run out of the corner as well, so he's in my slipstream, as the leader's taking his half-second penalty, which equates to about a second, just over a second down here. So first place easily makes it through. I'm a bit tight. The Bugatti still in my slipstream comes charging down, makes a slight mistake. He's got 2 wheels on the grass in the braking zone, and he's always going around there. So we're back to where we started at the start of the race. We've got the Spaniard in the Jag in front, and me chasing. So I'm really pushing on this lap, trying to put him under a bit of pressure. So let's have a look at the fast lap. So braking at the end of the pit wall down to fourth, just a little bit of trail braking. You want to carry as much speed as you possibly can through there. Just braking in a straight line on the curb, down to third, clipping the apex left. In the Jag, you change up to fifth here just for a bit more rotation. You take this up flat, just about. Down to third for the left-hander. You want to drift it out, get on the power as early as you possibly can. Be careful of the track limits there. You only want to dip 2 wheels over the curb. On the left here, the light green patch, you want to go down to third, back on the power, down to second, and you want to straight line this exit as best as you can on the power as early as you can. As you can see, the Jaguar a little bit squirrely out of there, and I'm well in the slipstream range. Now it doesn't show on the replay, but he picked up a half-second penalty himself around the S's there, so he's serving that now, and I'm back into the lead of the race. Now at this point I've got a pretty good lead, so it should be a foregone conclusion, but it wasn't to be. So this lap's pretty decent. I think this was the fastest lap of the race. I think I've got a 1:25.6. Not amazing pace, to be honest, but at the time it did the job. By the end of the week I was doing high 1:24s around this track, so just a matter of controlling the race now, not making any silly mistakes, and we should be okay. But as soon as I said that, I've outbraked myself for the S's. Made a right mess of that, and I found this track was a lot about rhythm. Once you got out of the rhythm one corner, it just threw you for the following ones. Didn't get a great exit through, and we're on board with the Spaniard at the minute. You can see it's closing me down quickly. I'm making all sorts of silly mistakes around here, so just going to try and regroup and just concentrate on getting a really good exit onto this straight here, which thankfully I did. Go back on board with the Spaniard. He got a good exit as well. So heading down the straight for the final time. He's in my slipstream, but he's not going to be close enough to go for the move in the final chicane. And the last lap and a half we pulled out quite a big lead, so we're free to battle here. So concentrating on this corner, braking on the 100. I get an okay exit, but the Spaniard absolutely nails the exit and goes around the outside. I'm aware where he is, so I back off the throttle a tiny bit not to push him onto the grass. In the meantime, I clip the curb and the car slew sideways, and it was an incredibly close finish. We're just watching the slow-mo here. So I just clipped the curb a little bit much, but he got the run on round the outside. And it's a proper photo finish. I mean, I couldn't really distinguish any difference there, but Gran Turismo said that I won by 8 thousandths of a second, believe it or not. So yeah, that was an amazing race. Hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for the channel for more races and money grind videos. I'll see you soon. Cheers.